Nigel, good afternoon. Final word on Tranmere, that draw at Prenton Park. How would you rate the performance on the whole?
It was a good performance away from home, a team that have gone third in the league, vying for automatic promotion. I think that's been one of the very encouraging things in the last month or two, the way we've performed against the top teams. I mean, we look back, even the defeats, Cambridge and Bolton, we played very well. Certainly should have got something out of the Bolton game. Beat Cheltenham, should have beaten Forest Green, and should have. We've got a point at Tranmere and we've come away thinking we could have won that. So I think there's a lot of optimism from when we've competed against those top teams.
You said after the game that this week there'd be an inter-squad match. Has that taken place?
Yes, we had a game for the lads that needed it against the academy, just sort of in-house. So it's always good for them, the under-18s, to play against sort of the first team players. Everybody came through that, had an hour, which is enough in the stifling heat we've had up here this week. So it's just good to keep them topped up, ready for the rest of the season.
Who played in the first team?
Everybody that's sort of needed a game. James Clough, Ryan Sweeney, Jake Wright, Jaden Charles, George Lapsley, Ollie Clark, Stephen McLaughlin, Tyree Sinclair, Josh Scott, all those sorts of lads that really need a little run out. Aidan Walker got back on the pitch for 15 minutes, still got to be careful with him heading the ball. So it was a good exercise.
Did you keep note of sorry, just going back to that, why do you say that you had to keep a close eye on Aidan Walker heading the ball?
He's just had a head injury that's kept him out in the last month or so. He got a whack on the head and just got to be. Tom's been monitoring very carefully, sort of had dizzy spells and things like that. So just being very cautious with him.
Just going back to the friendly game, if I can put it like that.
Yeah.
How competitive was it? Do you keep note of the scorers and the score and that type of thing, or wasn't it at those sort of competitive levels?
We had a referee. Vards refed it for us. It was actually very good, much to our surprise. But it was good. We're more interested in the fitness output of what you get from the 60 minutes. For the Lapsleys and the Clarks and the people like that, and that was very good. And they've had a good training session this morning on Wednesday morning. So good week, ready for Friday.
Let's look at the Sky Bet League 2 table. Let's talk about the League 2 table as we head towards the last so many hurdles in this season. How does it look to you?
It looks not as good as we'd hoped it'd look. We thought we'd have more points on the board by this stage, especially after the run that we went on over Christmas and January before the break. Can't underestimate how much that broke our momentum. 5 straight wins and then only playing the one game. Since then we've been a little bit stop-start and certainly with injuries have hampered us. We did our business in January on the basis of fully fit squad, and the way we were playing, scoring goals, 3 at Scunthorpe, 3 at Oldham, and playing well. Since then we've changed formation. We've lost George Lapsley for an extended period, Ollie Clark for an extended period. Ollie Sarkic we brought in as a striker as cover and to vie for a first team place for Jordan and Reedy. He's unfortunately out for the season now with his hamstring injury and had a couple of thigh niggles, so we didn't see enough of him. Nathan Kane, even we talked about in January, is stepping up to the first team. He's been injured since then. So it's been a little bit different after January than we anticipated. It's very difficult to predict those things that happened.
Anyone else being treated?
I think we're okay injury-wise at the moment, apart from that. It's brilliant to get sort of Lapsley and Ollie Clark back on the pitch last Saturday. And even when you turn at half-time, Jordan's desperate for a rest. He's played just about every minute of every game in this condensed spell we've had. So when you look round and you think, well, we've got Laps, we've got Ollie Clark, we've got Stephen McLaughlin to bring on. 3 very good players that certainly don't weaken the team.
Leyton Orient then on Good Friday at the One Call Stadium. What threats do you expect them to pose?
I think the front 4 are a big threat, and also the massive incentive that they're just a few points off the playoffs. But I think with our home form, once again we'll be concentrating on ourselves and saying if we play to the standard as we have done at home in recent weeks, then we'll be okay. Don't let that standard drop.
Then it's Exeter City, that long trip down to St James Park on Easter Monday. What sort of points return over the Easter double header, Nigel, would be satisfactory to you?
I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but we're after 6 if we can. That's our aim. But you just want to keep that scoreboard ticking along. That's what the draws have done. And we're extremely disappointed we haven't won at least 2 of those last 4 games. The draws, which we could easily have done. But by the time we play Newport in 10 days' time, I think we'll have faced about all the top teams in the last month or 2. And we've generally fared very well against them. Our performances, even if we've not always got the results, been good standard of performance, and we know we're not too far away from them.
Do you therefore, with that said and that in mind, prefer playing against the better sides?
It looks like that at the moment. It's not a case of us lifting it, but they play football, we try and play football. So I think we've had some even Saturday, against Tranmere, and we came after and said it was a really good game again. When you think on the back of the Forest Green one, and they're the two teams vying for automatic promotion, and we're more than matching them. So I don't know if it's a psychological thing or what it is, but we're certainly faring as well, if not better, against the top sides.
Hope it's a good Easter for you.
Thank you.